Hey guys, it's Gus. I don't know if you can hear me. I'll do a mic check. Let me wait to see if we get this. We're doing Dragonflights right now. This video comes in response to three different PMs this week asking about AD. And big shout out to Aragon who made a video today showing Mod 24's AD making ability or possibilities. Um, just a sec, I'm getting this set up. I have a bunch of notes written down, and one of them was Dragonflight, and I didn't want to sit through the whole Dragonflight for the video, so I just came in on the tail end of it. And let me think, Vec. He hosts this every single day in the Cobra Alliance at the same time. It's really great. Poop. Let me get up here, and then I got to do a quick mic check. So the reason why you want to do Dragonflights, if you want AD, this is a really easy way to make AD. Like there's very little risk involved. Like you don't have to put any resources into it. They take relatively little time to do, and you can do as many of them a day as you can get your lines to participate in. Now, one person does have to fork over the bill. I think it's 2,500 guild marks. Uh, some people have guild marks for days though. They don't even care. And again, you're gonna have to hear this little beeping, this little tick sound happens every afternoon. And as you can see, they're linking the items they're getting from this. So you get the quest before you start, and then you come in here, complete it, and he'll give you those dragonflights. But you want that dragonflight surprise bag. So supposedly this has paranoid delusion in it. I've heard it from three different people. Pope, we got a whopping scroll of life, and it's bound. But as you can see, well, usually they'll start linking the stuff here. He's got the medic ring, and if you go here, this is the stuff you can get. You can get the dragon. Let's just type in flight, and I believe it's 10 or 12 rings. All of these rings drop unbound, and some of them sell for really high. Is it this profit one that's accuracy? I don't know, but they sell for a lot. And then also there's the are they the dragon pants? You can get some shirts and pants from here as well. Thank you, but can't now. Thank you, but can't now. The pants are really good. I think I'm. Let me see if I got any in my inventory, and then hopefully I can get this going. The reason I'm streaming is this video may actually take longer than an hour. Hey, Mr. Single, how's it going? I might have the pants. Shoot, I don't. They're the. I'm seeing if I got the pants or shirts in my inventory. I normally don't do the. What would it be? Would it be Stronghold? I can't even. There's shirts and pants. They're really good. They're unbound. They're high item level, and some of them are really good actually. So we're gonna go with shirt. Let's go. Let's see if any were just listed. So we'll go expires in, and then we'll go expires again. See if anybody just. Okay, here we go. The Dragonflights, and I'm gonna look this up. Dragon. Well, I could just type flight as well for the shirts and pants. So we'll go like this. We'll go buyout. So look at the lowest shirt you're gonna get is 134k. They're really good. These ones give 5,000 power whenever your stamina is over 75%, which is for a lot of times on single targets can be most of the time. And the shirts just keep going higher. Uh, and then if you go to pants, at first, well, these go much lower. They give recharge speed as your health goes down. Dang it, why couldn't it be you got max recharge speed and it goes down as your health goes down? So, DPS are normally in one state right now. They're either max health or they're dead, right? But there are some other pants that I maybe are good, but they just sell for a lot. This is a big event, and as you can see, we have a bunch of people floating around here. We sometimes
2,400
have.
items sold. That's at least
Hey
2,400
B2,
diamonds.
2,400 items sold. I don't know what. Sorry, I'm trying not to do the chest too much because I'm trying to get the video. But please, if you got questions, And in the Stronghold, so the two things you're going to get the big money from the Stronghold is this Dragonflight. And then also, if you do the heroics, you get these, right? You get the shards of power and the influence. And when you turn them in, you get guild marks when you take them over here to the mimic. So there's a mimic right up here you can turn stuff into. And they're usually pretty full, right? So, well, a lot of the end game guilds are, but there's a lot of guilds who still need those resources, and they'll pay for them too. Sometimes. So once you turn those in, you come to the generalist, and the generalist you can buy these scrolls from, and these scrolls are great. There's people I know that were making 10 million every 4 hours from these. So typically you're going to do the just these five. Omu drops obsidian, and during a two-time event with the Explorer bin, you can get 4 obsidian in one node, and there's 6 nodes. So technically possible to get 24 obsidian, 240k in one node. Very unlikely though. These are 3,000 guild marks during a sale. They're 2,400 guild marks. And then all these have stuff to sell too. The most notable ones are the Dryad hair, and so there's the Dryad hair. Those are 6k each. And the Weeping Willow, this got brought to my attention yesterday, and their price is kind of low, 2,700 each. But look how many listings there are. I mean, this could be gone at once because a lot of the recipes use 12 of these at a time, so the inventory goes pretty fast. Who knows how many are floating around the economy? But so in the Stronghold, you can do the heroic. There's a lot of ways to get guild marks. There's cheesy ways like making guilds, donating, leaving the guild, making a new guild. But these heroics, you can do 5 of these a day for influence. The first major, like this big one, will give you some heroic shards, and then some people do those on all their alts, and it'll rack up the influence every day. So turn those in for guild marks. Use the guild marks to get scrolls. Farm the scrolls during two-time events. And I know this is not going to be a fast, concise video because there's a lot of ways to make AD in this game, but most of them are very um, it's not one step. It's usually multiple steps. It's very time consuming. The reason being is you don't get diamonds from the game. You get diamonds from other players. And other players will give you diamonds for stuff that they don't want to do themselves or can't do themselves or don't have the ability to do themselves. And everybody could farm explore charts, but very few people are willing to farm explore charts. They suck ass. I mean, they're miserable experience. So we cover charts and we cover dragonflights. Now, there's always an event going on or coming up. Right now, we got this Halloween event, and it might just be me, but I've been keeping the prices of these potions of diminution really high. And let me show you. So you get these pumpkins, right? They're glowing. You can get 5 of these lyra charms, and then you take that lyra charm and you give it to one of these guys with a pumpkin over their head, and they'll give you the bag of illusions. And I got a bunch of these bags. Here we go. And I'm just gonna open them, and you open them, and every one of them will give you these masquerade tokens. At least 2, sometimes 3. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 again. I'm surprised I haven't gotten 3 yet. What the heck? There's a 3. Well, the list goes on, and you get those, and you can buy unbound stuff from the vendor. And there is these companions, which really have plummeted. If you're going to get any splinters, is a pretty good companion. This is bind on pickups. You can't sell it. You can sell these 3 gears. They might go up later on. Who knows? But and these, a lot of times you'll see these 2 used quite commonly in the game. But generally, not so much. I have been buying these potions of diminution. As far as I know, this is the only event you can get it from. So you buy them, buy them, buy them. Uh, the other one makes you bigger. This one I think gives you feathers. I don't care. This one makes you a little bit bigger. I like the small one. And then if you go to the auction house, consumables, And this is a really easy farm. I did it last night. I think I made like 200K in an hour doing it. I'm not dimming. I don't recommend anybody doing it. But they're 12K each. The reason that they are 12K each is I've been buying a ton of them, keeping the prices high. When I don't log on for like 12 hours, a lot of times they'll be down to 5 or 6K. I don't know if I'm the only one buying them. I doubt I am. I like them because they're fun. Typically, throughout the year, they'll go up significantly higher because not only do they have cosmetic purposes, they're purely luxury. There are some times in the game where they do give you a slight advantage, supposedly in PvP, supposedly the last boss in Infernal Citadel, and who knows what else. It's just expensive to test with these. Well, it is on PS4 anyways because we don't have a preview server. So these events, you can just run around and collect these, and you're gonna need 11, maybe 12 of them. Every 11 or 12 you get 12K, and that's at the current price. When this event ends tomorrow, they'll probably be significantly higher, um, but they probably won't. They're not a quick sell. Just wait 6 months from now, and maybe I'll pop them again and show you. So events, you got to do events. This is not a big money making event, but it is a money making event. And then I'm just gonna go through the zones that I've written down. Dragonbone Vale, was our last zone we got, and it's a huge, beautiful zone. The problem is nobody comes here. The only people I see really are the people making new tunes, trying to get the Mythalar set, brand new players. But typically, once people got the Mythalar set, they never came back. Even to farm the keys, because very few people are running the trial. Which, as far as I know, we tried 2 days ago, 5 attempts, and we didn't even come close. It was a wreck. So the heroics drop these silly rings that aren't worth anything. They're epic. I'll show you. Um, we'll go to ring. They're really bad. They like do a daily, and you get like you poison them. Uh, these rings right here, 1300 item level. So they're high item level, but they have no practical purpose. The poison damage is so low. I mean, it's unbelievably low. Now, there are mini bosses in here. There's a whole bunch of them. I think there's like 10 of them or so. And those little mini bosses, there is an item that is endgame. Every single corroded shirt, every single one of these is, every build's going to recommend these. And there's 76 of them. What are they? 5K or less. So we're gonna go. Let me get this calculator out. So 76 times 5,000. So 380,000. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'll come back to these in just a minute. Let me go to. Let me go to an alt. Let me go to an alt that I don't think has anything in their inventory. Hopefully they have some. Hopefully they have some AD. Because I think, I mean, I paid like 200K for these when they came out because I didn't want to grind them. They're gonna drop eventually, but I wanted it right then and right now. And the thing is, if you're a lot of people are making control wizards, as far as I know, right? And so okay, so we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go shirt, and look at this. I think these may sell for 50K. If they don't go, I'm making. This is only costing 300K, which is really nothing in this game. Uh, Nothing good costs 300K, right? So I'll buy these now, and I might like tonight or tomorrow. Well, sometime before the new event comes, I'll list them all at like 200K, and who knows how many sells? If two sells, we're in the green, or I'm in the green, not we. So if two of them sells, we're in the green, and all the rest is profit. And I'll just hand them out to whoever wants them. Because the thing is, I don't want to keep them forever. These are very easy to get. You're gonna get them on accident, and you can probably get one faster than it takes to buy these all out and empty your inventory. But this is a gamble, and I'm gonna show you what people are gambling on right now, and they're very safe gambles. Uh, But I do think a lot of people are underestimate. This shirt's still best in slot, even the new mod, I believe. So every DPS shirt is going to be wearing the accuracy crit shirt. Now there is a 3% outgoing damage shirt. Uh, it is in the new mod. I forget how we get it, but that might be better. 5% of combat advantage is still really good, and I don't know if the 3% outgoing damage shirt is double offense. The reason why I picked this shirt is this is the only one I believe with double offensive. A lot of them are crit strike and defense, or accuracy crit avoidance, or combat advantage deflect. Oh, this is taking forever. Sorry, we're almost done. This is why I'm streaming, because I knew this video would take over an hour. So this is just a small gamble. Surprised nobody else has done this. Actually, probably multiple people have. Uh, I just not aware of it. I should have waited until we got closer to the mod in a few days. And look at, these are all, maybe I'll do that. Put a buy hut on them. Okay, so as soon as this is done, I'll show you what other gambles people are doing. We're gonna go. What's this? Thank you, but streamy. Thank you, but streamy. If anybody doesn't know Starmy, he's he's streaming a lot lately, and his videos are great. He's one of the best all around players in the game that I know of. Okay, so we're in the auction house. So if you look at these, I keep mentioning them. Look at Scrolls of Life, how much they're gone up to, and I think this is just the beginning. So these are over, these are almost 5K each now, right? Or 4,400 each for the green ones. Now the blue ones, so those are 4,500. The blue ones are almost 4,900, 5K each. These, I think, even though they've almost doubled in the last month, I wouldn't be surprised if they go even higher. I just have so many life scrolls that I don't want to gamble with them anymore. But I don't think people realize how fast the economy is going to chew through these life scrolls. I
Who
am
can be
fully
with us?
prepared.
Share the wealth
Hey,
now.
Obi-Wan. Hey, Obi. Amazing TR in the Dreadnoks Guild Cobra Alliance. Thank you for joining. So I don't think most players that have not been in the game for years don't understand this, but this game is going to eat through life scrolls like candy. I'm fully prepared to use at least 100 life scrolls in my first dungeon, Temple of the Spider. Probably won't take that much, but it may. And that's for each player using 100. Now multiply that by every team that's going to be going in there nonstop. Because everybody wants to go in there and get that new artifact set and those new rings. Which, that's going to be another video. Those rings, I'm actually questioning those rings right now and the status of possibly best in slot. I'm not sure they are. I'm very curious to try them out. Uh, so people are gambling on these, and they're going up. And again, like I said in a previous AD video, that you don't want to gamble that these aren't gonna go up when you need them. You gotta have them. And then the other thing is, watch this. These were 18K a week ago. Look at these. Oops. Oh wait, consumables. These were 18K. Now they're 30K. They're probably gonna go up even faster. Oh, it looks like one person bought them at the 18K and sold them at the 29K. If you notice, it's the same repetitive name, so people are doing it. And these will more than likely go up because you will go through one of these probably almost every single run in the new dungeon. And you're going to be doing the dungeon. Nobody's going to do it just once and go, say, I got to go. Well, some people will, but a lot of people are going to be doing that the entire day, nonstop, for probably a couple weeks, actually. So these Hellstones and the Scrolls of Life have just skyrocketed. Okay. Well, why I'm here, another method to make
Swiss flipping
AD in
store
this
like
game.
no tomorrow XD.
Hey, nobody flips as good as Swiss does. He's amazing. Another, I always mention this, alts, and I have a lot of alts, and they make tons of money. Besides events, besides the bag space, every time you invoke, which is every single day, you're getting every 7 day or 11 days you get one of these. So you get three of these a month per tune, and that's only even if you invoke once. So you really gotta you really gotta invoke. But the other advantage to invoking is you get um, oh shoot, I gotta spend them. You can only have 500 of this currency right here. The well, it won't let me go down. Whatever these coins are called, um, you can only have 500. So I gotta spend them because in 2 months I'll be capped out. But I can buy these cost 2 coins each, so I can buy or they yeah they're 2 coins, so I can buy 218 of the 213 of these right now. And can you buy? Oh God, this is gonna take forever. But every tune has this, so multiply it by 60. I'll show you. That one has 426, and I'll just show you on the next one. It takes forever to do these, but it's 200k, 200k, 200k every time you do it, and then so we're gonna go here, 428. I mean, it's you just start racking up these big time. And just an FYI, invoking on 60 tunes takes less than 10 minutes on a PS5. I've actually done it under 8. And then we're going to go here to Vault of Piety. Again, 427. So I really got to, because once you hit 500, it won't give you any more coins, so you're wasting them. And if you look at the Sun Lords, well, Sun Lord, I made a, I made a bar CW build, and it's so 200k a stack, and the other one is Wildstorm, right? And the CW that I made does not use the so these are 1,000 each, or these are cheap. These ones are 1,600 each. So the CW, I actually the one I made, it's just first draft, is using the Wildstorm gift elixir because I'm using the combat. I think I'm using. I forget what it. Oh, it's their forte. They get combat advantages forte, so I didn't need it. I actually needed the crit severity more. So I'm actually using these on the CW I made. Uh, but again, alt army is just massive. And maybe what I'll do is I'll go spend those 400 coins on each tune and consolidate all of the elixirs in one spot just to show how much they are. And then all these are crafting nonstop, so they're all making gold too. So if you go to professions, I'm gonna collect. I have them all. I have six professions or six artisans collecting on every or crafting and collecting on every single tune. So I got six people working for me on 60 tunes. That's 360 workers making me AD right now. The setup is such a grind. It is a ton of work to set it up. But we haven't had anything to do in like 2 years in the game. Just I'm exaggerating. But this is a dead mod. The previous mod was pretty much a dead mod. So we've had a lot of free time to work on our alts. And there's a lot of ways to make gold. I think leather visors may be still the most profitable. It's just very time consuming. So what I'm doing instead is I'm making potions because they stack and I don't have to sell them every day. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. And I don't know which potion's the best. I've heard accuracy. I've heard the power potions. I've heard health. I don't know. So I'm just making a whole bunch of them. They're all profit. They just take much less time than the leather visors. And so the Dragonbone Vale. Let me go back to my main. So the Dragonbone Vale. Shoot, let's go back up here. The Dragonbone Vale really, it's a stinger because it's a huge, beautiful map, right? It's one of the best maps we've probably had in a long time, right? Each map is very unique. Except there's no reason to come here because there's no AD. And the thing is we can have as much fun as we want, but this game is stupidly expensive to get where we want to be. So you need AD. So if there's no AD here, most people aren't coming here. And the only thing really of value that I know of is the corroded shirt. And if you just saw, I bought a bunch of those. It was a 380k gamble. I'm gonna list them like 200k or 100k maybe. Shit, maybe even 50k. But I wouldn't be surprised if they all do. If they do, I'll make a video. If they don't, I'll laugh at myself. Uh, because you got to gamble in this game if you want to make big AD. Because really, the only way to get AD in this game is you got to refine rough AD, um, and you get 100k AD. That's it. 100k AD is not going to get you anywhere in the game at all. I mean, it will help you when you first start, but for the enchantments, are minimum 3 million each, and you need 11 of them. There's no way you're going to get where you want to be on your tune if you're trying to get your tune as strong and powerful as it can be. You're not going to get that with 10k, 100k AD. You really got to make AD in the game by farming. And we've gone over a number of farms. Um, so we did dragon. We've gone over the events and the potions, the stronghold charts, and the dragonflight. I covered this in a previous video, but I think I underestimated it. I know players. I have players on my friends list that I'll invite them and they won't respond, and I'll look and they'll be in Sharendar, and I know exactly what they're doing. They're just AFK in Sharendar, and I'll show you why. And this is a pain in the ass too. But let me put on my AOE power right quick. Apologies. So we're gonna go into the first one, which I believe is the middle one, the Malabog's Ruins, right? Is that this one? Yeah. So we're gonna come in here and just come up here to the very beginning and go right here to these guys. And you can walk around in a circle, and hopefully a purple item drops that is not the uh, we're gonna kill these guys until we get a purple item. So this may take a few minutes. And these things take forever to respawn. I'm thinking like 2 or 3 minutes. So really, if you want to be as efficient as you can, you really gotta swap instances. Actually, it's faster to do that to farm these. These will-o-wisp, I don't believe drop them. So we're trying to kill these rotten skeletons, and we didn't get any. Poop. Oh, there's another group right here. And as soon as this is done, I think I'll still have a minute on cooldown before I can swap instances. Of course, nothing. But we want these rotted, um, whatever they're called. Maybe this one drops. Let's check, because we still have time before I can swap instances. So what you can do is you can just AFK in here, and there's a spot right up here where you can actually aggro 2 different mobs. So 2 different packs. It's like they're not up. It's right around in here, but you can aggro 2 different groups of mobs right there.
Those
And
questionable leather.
yes, questable leather. That's right. I'm going to show you why these are so expensive. So there's only a couple places
Hello,
in
Dash,
Sharendar.
BTW.
Hey, Mr. Alfredo. And there's only a few places you can farm it in Sharendar. And these mobs take forever to come back. So what you do is you just go to another instance. This is faster to swap instances than it is wait for the mob to show up. And since we're right here at the beginning of the map, um, you come up here, and
Hope all is good,
usually,
my friend.
oh, life is good, man. Oh, look it, dang it! Somebody else beat me to the punch. Well, guess what? If this doesn't come on this one, these do drop questionable leathers, and I'm gonna show you why. Gosh, dang it! Somebody else is farming it. And now, if I want to swap zones, it's another minute and a half. And I don't know if I want to do that. So they drop questionable leathers, and I'm going to show you why.
Stopping by dropping a like. Hope you doing well.
Hey, Nova. I hope life's going good for you, man. And congrats on your CW, man. I hope you're loving your CW after Tuesday. So these are 9,500 each. Basically 10,000 each. So 10,000 on the world map. You can almost AFK. If you do an hour of these, you might not get 10. You might get more than 10, but you may not get 10. So you may not make 100k. But the difference between this and rough AD is you can sell this. Once you hit your 100k rough AD, you're done for the day. If you want to exceed your 100k AD, you got to get stuff that people will buy. And crafters aren't buying 2 of these. They're buying a ton of them, and I'm going to show you why. So we're going to go to our professions, and we're going to go. I think, is it questionable? Maybe it's lacquered. Actually, it's lacquered, I believe. Is it lacquered? Is it lacquered? Lacquered aged leather. And so this is required in a lot of mastercraft materials. And look how many it requires. It requires 8 of them. So players that are crafting are using, they're not buying one or two of these. They're buying a ton of them. And the difference is when you're explorer chart farming to get these shadow demon eyes, you're going to get stacks of 999 after a couple hours. These take forever to farm. I would argue with how much these are needed in the recipes and how long it takes to get them. 10K is a really cheap price. They were selling for 50K when the new Masterwork came out because the whole market was just bought up. And look at, obviously, other people know about it. Good on them. I hope they make a killing. Now, when you do this, you don't want to be grouped up because I don't believe both people can get the item if it drops if they're in the group. So you don't want to be grouped up. You because you each want to get a hit on it and not be grouped up. So Sharondar has a couple other items like that, but they have nowhere near the value, right? So they got the thorn, um, which is dirt cheap. Yeah, 100 diamonds, right? First of all, they're not needed in the quantity that they're needed. These drop all over Sharondar and in Voss, but you're not going to get the questionable leather in Voss. And so that is a very unique material. So the next thing I got on the list is it is Sharondar related, and that's the Vault of Stars. And if you didn't know, which you probably do know, but just in case you didn't know, is the Vault of Stars was the last dungeon we got in the game a year and 10 months ago. Yeah, and I emphasize that because we supposedly have a brand new dungeon, a reworked dungeon coming out, and we still don't know when it's coming out. And it's been a year and 10 months. People are really, really tired of waiting, and this anticipation, I don't know. I just don't know why we don't know when we're going to be able to do this new reworked dungeon yet. And it's only been a year and 10 months since we had our last one. But we got the Vault of Stars. And if you're in PE or you're in your Lions chat and you see people saying Whisker Farm, what they mean is they're going to the Vault of Stars and they're typically doing the first and second boss in Vault of Stars. Uh, because those bosses drop whiskers. And believe it or not, these whiskers have not got down in value whatsoever in 2 months, even though they're dropping way more likely. 80K is still their value. I know this one's 77K, but look at this one was listed a minute ago with 85. Arguably, they're going up as people are anticipating this new mod. And sorry, Nugget, I can't talk chat right now, buddy. Um, oh yeah, where was I? There we go. Sorry, train of thought. So these whiskers, they're needed in such massive quantity, and they're selling, and they drop. It's very common. I would guess 1 in 3 max is their drop rate. So if you do a Vault of Stars and do the first and second mini boss, you're more than likely to get one of these. And it's like 15 minutes to do the first 2 bosses. If nobody's farting around and everybody's in there farming, and you got a decent team, it goes super fast. And so there's people who've gotten 5 of these, 6 of these in an hour. So 400K potentially 500K in an hour from doing these whisker farms. And what's great is these shards of light went way up because they were way underpriced at 10K. So the shards of light are now down to 55, 60K each, which is great. So if you can either get the shard of light, the displacer beast whisker, or the snowflake. The problem is the snowflake isn't really selling for much. 1500 AD each. And it's not 100% chance the 2 bosses will drop one of these, but it's very likely. And you're going to get that 2 chances of that doing the first 2 mini bosses. So, yeah, if you need fast AD that you can sell and you can put a group together or form a group, you can't go wrong doing these. This is arguably the best farm in the game right now. It's just a lot of people are so burnt out from doing it because we had the Vault of Stars first iteration, which we farmed non-stop for. And then they came out with legendary rings, and we're like, holy shit! So we're back in there, or was the legendary rings the first time? Yeah. So we all farmed the legendary rings. We got our rings. We thought we were done, and they say, hey, now you can get the Bandit Air. So we spent forever doing the Bandit Air, and we're like, never again will we do it. And then they came out with the reagents for the Masterworks, and we're like, oh, you got to be shitting me. We're done. And there's players, they don't care how much they make. They're never going back in there after how much time they spent farming the Bandit Air. So, the people who are willing to farm are making a killing right now. Good on them. The reason why they're needed is because the new Masterwork weapons, which a lot of people say they're overrated. I agree with them. Even though I have them, I will say they're overrated because these two weapons uh, only give you a little bit more item level than the MC3 weapons, which sell for way cheaper. But that's neither here or there. A lot of people want the newest, the latest. So we're going to go to professions, and I'm going to show you why whiskers are so high. And I've done this in previous video. So we're going to go woven whiskers, right? Most of the expensive weapons require woven whiskers. In order to make woven whiskers, you need 15 displacer beast whiskers. At 80k each, the crafter has already spent 1.2 million to get these. It's very expensive. And I should have went to a proper AFK spot, but nobody's gonna let me AFK because they're obviously farming leathers as well. Let me kill these. Wouldn't it be cool if I got one for video? Oh, and their drop rate isn't very high, as you've already noticed. But I would like to show it so you guys can go, oh, they do drop. But this is where they drop. There's a couple places, but this is the big place. So, we got magical writing. So this one I don't understand. I don't understand why people do this. Why these are worth so much, but they are. And it's amazing how fast you rack these up. Uh, why? I have a couple reasons for not knowing why. So there's a lot of videos out there saying Mirage weapons are great. I have worn my Mirage weapons maybe once in the last 6 months to a year. I don't think they're good at all. But they gave them the ability to be unbound. And there's a lot of people saying they're good. So they make them. And then they unbind them. And then they sell them in the auction house. And one of the key ingredients that you can get unbound to make these are the magical writings. And you can farm these magical writings. And let me just show you what they look like. Yeah, they're 7,500 each. They commonly go up to like 10k each because you need a ton of these. I think like 30 or 60 when you're making weapons. So obviously nobody's bought a lot and paid over 7,500 in quite some time because these have probably been listed for 3.5 days now. But they do sell. And how you get these is when you go here to the map. I might be wrong on it. You got these dig sites, and when you use your resources and make the dig sites, and build them up and you kill stuff, well, you earn, go here to Cloak the Ascendancy, you earn secure the district currency, which, this currency right here. And when you get these, every time you get 100, you get to open them. So we're going to open them, and every time you open it, you got a chance of 28 abandoned treasures, ornately carved box, and magical writing. So this takes 20 seconds. Goodness. But I can do this 18 times right now, right? Let's see what pops in my inventory when it's done. And I can just keep doing it because they sell, but it's just, the 18 seconds is just 20 seconds is just too annoying for me to do over and over. So we're going to collect it. And you see that arcane magical writing. I'm going to do it one more time. Oh, wait. We're going to go like this. And you're going to see, I don't know if there's a limit to how many of these farm. I don't think there is a limit. Now, if I had to guess though, questionable leather, you sell for 10k. These magical writings sell for 7,500. I think you can get the questionable leather faster, and they sell much faster than these do. But these do sell. And we're going to go here to our professions. We'll go down here and it will be here at the bottom, I believe. Wait, was it called arcane writing? Let me get in here. Don't laugh at my jacked up inventory. It's a total nightmare. I think they're here at the bottom. No. Oh, here they are, right here. So you can list those. And I think they were 7,000 each. So what I'm gonna do is maybe they'll sell during the video because I still got a few more notes left. Um, we're gonna come down here and I'll just list these for 60K. See if they sell. And let's see if they sell. So you can make AD here in
I just finished this campaign on PC.
Oh, good riddance. Never again, right, Alfredo? You can come to River District and make AD. And what's good about this district is Sharondar has a minimum item level. So if you can't get into Sharondar, you can come here and make AD. And you just go around to the dig sites killing stuff. You're going to get the currency. So the next place I have on the list is, and this one's been around since the game has basically, since Dreadring has existed. And, I've been a big naysayer of the Dreadring farming rank 5 enchanting stones. So if today is an event, I can go get rank 5 enchanting stones right now. Where is it? Is it illusion? Yeah, today's a rank 5 enchanting stone day. So I can go to any one of these that are open, which is this one or this one. And I can go in there if I have a key and farm it, and I have a 1 in 3 chance of a rank 5 enchanting stone coming out. 1 in 3. And they only take a minute. Like, really, not even 2 minutes. They're really fast. The problem is walking all the way up there. And you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting one of these. Unbound. They're 18K each. Well, if you sell 10, they're 10K. But if you can see how long ago these were listed, you need these to upgrade any weapons or any artifacts or any neck or belt that you need to upgrade. You basically need rank 5 enchanting stones. And they're very difficult to get in the
Thus,
game.
I think actually Shondacle's our best lockbox to open.
Hey, Chow, I agree with you. I haven't done the math, but I think you're right, man. Everything in there is worth a fortune, dude. So these rank 5 enchanting stones, the problem is nobody's really farming it right now because during a 2-time event, every time you get one of these to drop, you get 2 of them to drop. So typically during the events, the community's farming these like crazy, and and they're selling on them all the way up to the next event. So these um, typically are not farmed outside the 2-time event, but you absolutely can. You can go in there right now if you need AD and go get rank 5 enchanting stones. I would argue that this is possibly a better farm, more profitable than the questionable leathers. But that's only assuming you have keys, though. You gotta have the keys, if not questionable leather. And then, uh, so those are needed to upgrade everything: weapons, artifacts, necks, and belts. And they used to be much more common in the game because all the lockboxes dropped packs that had them. Not in the recent last couple years now. So this is really the only way to get it, and through this event or invoking. Um, I thought the community would never use them all up because most of the gear that's dropping now is already at legendary quality, right? So a lot less of these rank 5s are being used. But apparently, 18K is way high. I wouldn't be surprised if they're less than 10K if you would ask me 6 months ago. So I think 18K is still pretty impressive. And then I also forgot in Sharondar, there's another thing. Besides the questionable leathers, you can also farm the heroic encounters. I did an hour-long video on that not too long ago. But you're going to get the Shattered Diamonds. And I actually think these will go up in demand when the new mod comes out. Because a lot of returning players will be like, how do I get my item level up really quick? Well, I'll show you something. When you open these, you need 100. And when you open 100, this is for science. When you open 100, you're gonna get a couple things, but you watch the companion gear. Oh, we didn't get the companion gear because we got the unbound diamond blessing. Sorry, not the unbound diamond blessing, but we got a gear. But you're always gonna get a gear. More times than not, it's gonna be companion gear. Like that was really awkward that I didn't get it the first try. Made me look like an ass, right? But usually, typically, the companion gear will drop every time. There you go. And this is pretty high item levels, 1300, right? So, and look at pure offense. So there's some 1350 ones that you'll get from these as well, but they're an offense slash defense. The 1300 will be either the pure defense or the pure offense. You can't go wrong. This is the best companion gear you can get in the game outside of farming Dragonbone Vale, which is a huge pain in the ass, or farming the Master Crown of Keldagon, which I don't even know if it's possible to complete right now. Maybe we just had a horribly bugged day, but I don't have any interest to go back there and rewatch it. So there's a chance if you find that farm these diamond blessings that they will go up the first week because a lot of returning players will be needing companion gears, and these are basically the best you can get. And you saw I paid 30K for one, 30K for the other one. And the good thing is every time you open them, you get a diamond blessing, which is the best in slot consumable in the game because they stack with every other consumable in the game. So you don't want to farm. I got you. Everybody hates the world map. Well, there's a problem with farming dungeons right now. A big problem.
Master Crown is really hard to complete now.
Yeah, man. We went
PSN
in there,
trophy.
and what we had with Master Crown Cho Show was that everything was normal, and then what happens in the last phase after you kill the phylactery is he'll do a push. You get like a 10-second window where you can attack him. Then he becomes invulnerable. He summons mobs. You got to kill all the mobs, and then once you kill the I forget what the ones that the invokers. Once you kill the invokers, he becomes vulnerable again. Well, the problem is they shortened the window. I don't know if it was just bugged runs. We reset the queue every time, but he was flying off before it was remotely possible to kill the invokers. So he would fly off. We were still killing the invokers. He would land, and the problem is we didn't have 10 seconds before the invokers came. We couldn't do an artifact call. He would just become invulnerable like 2 seconds later, and we were like, "What?" So we had like 6 pushes, and after 6 pushes, we got a whopping 2 bars off. We reset, try again. We're like, "You gotta be shitting me." So I don't know if it's a PS5 thing. I don't know if it's a thing that was just bugged that day, or if this is an ongoing issue. But it was bad. It was, and these were good players. These were the people that like we set record speed run times with. Like this, there's no way this group should ever fail. Like we could have 2 people disconnect, and we still would have easily completed it, and we couldn't. Maybe it was just a bad day though. Um, oh yeah. So what I was getting at is there's a problem in the game right now, a huge problem. So when you're farming dungeons, right, you're gonna get all excited because you're gonna get like a legendary gear and it's gonna look sexy as hell, and they're gonna go to list it and you're like 1000 AD, right? So they upgraded the loot tables by adding worthless gear that nobody gives a shit about. They're just transmutes, and a lot of times these transmutes replace transmutes that currently exist in the game, so they're not transmutes we can't get anymore. So these had a very short run. More likely than not, if you got rerolls, you're going to pass over them. But the loot sucks. The loot is really bad right now. Well, it's not bad. It's just like it used to be. If you got a companion or mount, it had instant value because companions or mounts rarely dropped. But now companion and mounts drop all the time. So now look at their values. I mean, and there's a lot of people are throwing it away because a lot of people won't list something for 100 diamonds. It's just not worth the time to check your mail. It's so little, and companions have just dropped so much. Now there are some companions that still sell for a lot, right? If you get some companions, and let's say you get a polar bear, holy shit, this is a good one, right? 900K, a million K. You want to keep that polar bear. This might be the most valuable drop in the game, actually. It's called the Black Dragon Ion Stone. If you get one of these, don't pass up on... Really? Really? AD. This is too funny. What is 1 divided by 4 million? 1 divided by 3,999,99. I'm doing the math on this. 99. Oh shit! You can't. My calculator on my phone can't even do it. It's 2.5 to the negative seventh power, or to seven. It's it. Why would you undercut somebody by like 1/10,000th of 1% of AD? I don't get it. It's silly. It was funny as most players would never buy it at this, but oh well.
If you get lucky,
Anyways,
you
I'm
can
on a
buy
tangent.
mythic insignias to turn into powder.
Yes, Chow. Yes, you can. I've done hundreds, if not thousands, and I've never seen a mythic insignia yet. I know it happens. You can also get a code word, which is super unlikely as well. But we're talking about unbound stuff. So there are some companions that are still worth something. Like if you can get the polar bear, great. If you can get the black dragon, this might be the most expensive, the most valuable drop in the game you can get right now. There's also the pseudo dragon drops. The pseudo
Go
dragon
and buy the
drops.
one that is
Oops.
1 AD more just to screw over the pitiful undercover.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at 1.4 mil. These sell. The problem with most of the companions in the game now is, uh, most of the companions that you're going to use in the game. Oh, Alchemist Discipline. I forgot about that. That's a good one. The problem is the economy has so many of those from the Winter Festival. The Raptor, I don't think drops from dungeons. Batiri does, but only one dungeon in the game. Minsk is not a dungeon drop. Neverwinter Night is not a dungeon drop. So the problem, and a lot of tanks are using the that one that gives 7.5%, damage resistance. Uh, Most of the companions that most players are using in endgame don't drop in dungeons. So even though you get these awesome companions to drop, most of them are not used, right? When you're looking at striking companions, the most common ones you hear are Regis, Succubus, Incubus, Get Yankee. None of those drop from dungeons. They're only Zen only drops,
Is
right?
Paranoid Delusion a dungeon drop?
I
Any
don't know.
confirmation?
The only two places where I've heard it drops, supposedly, is Dragonflight. I've heard from 3 different sources that have said it drops from Dragonflight. And the only other one I heard possibly is the Hidden King Mimic in, what's it called? MSPC, but I'm not 100% certain. It's just what I heard. I am not saying that rumor. I am saying a rumor I heard just to answer your question because I didn't want to keep that close hold. I don't know if these are true or not. It's worth a shot. Oh yeah, yeah. So we're going on about running dungeons. So the problem is that running dungeons is so. Like when we do Tom, right? It's very common for us to do 5 to 10 Toms, and I will spend more on rerolls and keys than I will get from the Tom drops because those legendary rings are very expensive. They don't drop very often at all. They're actually a very uncommon drop. So legendary rings are still a pain in the ass to get. And look at
Admiral
50k,
Lion said that 5 succubus is better
60k.
than people running different each
You might be right,
Jiggle,
buddy.
etc. Her thoughts?
60k, 60k. I mean, these rings aren't worth shit. And the problem is, there's gonna be some that are listed at 100k. I could argue they have no business being 100k, but people still buy them. The old one. What was the expensive one? The veteran ring. Um, this one sells for 200k. It has no business being 200k though, really, because uh, the Vault of Stars one is like 1500 I'm level, and they drop every. That's the Queen's Golden Opal ring or something like that. And they drop very commonly now, and Vault of Stars is much easier than it used to be. So, Tom is a completely useless dungeon. Zerial is a completely useless dungeon. Crown is a completely useless dungeon. Tiamat, not so completely useless, but most people would argue that the pain in the ass of forming and hosting and getting completes is not worth the drops in there either. Uh, People say Tom weapons, right? Tom weapons. Well, so the problem with Tom weapons is you can use 20 scrolls of voice to get these Lionheart These Lionheart loots.
I wasn't too impressed by
Um,
Dragonflight rings, maybe one, but I thought DH1's better for most part.
yeah, you might be right, Sorry, I keep mispronouncing your name. There's a problem with these Lionheart weapons. I would argue nobody I run with ever uses these. At endgame, very few people are using these. And it's very annoying when I host Reaper every single day and people are running with these. It's very annoying buffing people that do half your damage. These are really these weapons are not that good. The only time they might be considered good in the game is if you're solo, or maybe you have a 10-man group where you have one player you designate as a Lionheart guy. That's really it. These have no business being 550k at the lowest, but they are because very few people can do Tom right now, and if they do Tom, they have to use their unbind tokens, which miraculously was dramatically shrunk from the loot table, and nobody announced it in the patch notes. And I have no proof of that except my own experience, and everybody I run with are saying the exact same thing. They drop so rarely. These unbind tokens, I have 740, and I think Lionhearts are like 40 or 45 to unbind. I could do that with the Celestials, but I'm not. I'm saving them until hopefully something useful comes out. Um, who knows? It's possible the Control Wizard. So if we look up the Lionheart Orb. Wait, let me type it out. Lionheart Orb and Talisman. Maybe I'll unbind those. Oh, look at those prices. Gee, I'm not even gonna say it because I'm pretty sure you all can guess why those are going up. Talisman. Uh, this might be a good price to get. I'm gonna do it. What was the orb at? Yeah, I cannot not buy it. I think that's a safe gamble. Are there any orange ones? Oh, 2 million. Yeah. Well, you can't just have this one. You need both of them. So I think that million is a decent price. Uh, so what am I getting at? I'm so sorry. I'm going off on a huge tangent. The Lionheart running dungeons is not profitable. It needs to be, but it's not. And it makes running dungeons really bad because nobody wants to, well, people do, but nobody's really excited about it. I would argue you can still make money doing dungeons. I'd argue that it's still a very profitable thing to do in the game. And I did a video on it just to show it. It was a couple months ago though. But if you go to oh, I already forgot how to host. So we're gonna go to queues, and you're gonna do the fast ones. You're gonna do, oh god, where are they? None of these. You're gonna do, so money bank heist. The problem is it takes a long time, and there's only one chest at the end. I've never had really good drops. This one's actually pretty good. The batteria's worth a lot. Super low drop rate.
Any buy my Myconid 4.5 kk in OPS
Wait,
4XD.
Daniel, Myconid's 450k or 4.5 million. Holy shit. Either way, congrats. I would say not Throne of Dwarven Gods or Prophecy of Madness, both garbage. I would say the best two money makers in this game for your time spent is Master of the Hunt and Dread Legion, and I would take Master of the Hunt all day long. I would take Dread Legion if, big if, that you need the Vanguard scripts if you do rank 5 enchantings. But this Master of the Hunt is a 2-minute run. It is that easy. And if you have 5 random people you pull from PE zone chat, it will still take less than 3 minutes. It is extremely fast, and there's 2 chests at the end, and they drop unbind tokens, and they drop shards of empowerment, and they drop epic companions to include the polar bears that are worth 1 million. You can, if you had an ideal group, you could do 25 to 30 of these in 1 hour. Probably more like 20 to 25. 30 would be like probably a speed group. And that might not even be possible. But 20 is very feasible if you have a preset group that's in a voice chat that agrees to do an hour nonstop with no potty breaks, no smoke breaks, nothing like that. This Master of the Hunt, wow. The reason I brought this up is because at that time there was the 2-time Avernus currency, and my argument is that If you're farming Juma bags, you're wasting your time because there's almost nothing in there of value whatsoever. And anything you might get lucky enough to get, you would have a much better chance of getting in the Master of the Hunt farm. And this is still a great farm. I would not do Master of the Hunt farm though. If I needed AD bad, I would still do Whisker farms. Guys, it is if you're a relatively higher damage dealer or you know one relatively high damage dealer, that's all you need. And a tank who can kind of tank and a healer who can kind of heal. It is such an easy dungeon right now. Doing the first two bosses, you just got to get somebody with the stomach that's willing to sit in there and do it. Um, what else is on my list? If you just chimed in, I didn't have a title on this. I'm just talking about. I wanted to do a video about ways to make AD. Coincidentally, Aragon today did one on Mod 24. Thank you for that too, man. That was great info. I needed that. But I was asked to do another AD video. The last time I did one was a few months ago, and it was like a 55-minute video. And I just knew this one would take over an hour, so I streamed it because the most we can do is an hour on PS4. So I don't know what this. I do not. What's in my mailbox? I think I bought something. Yes. Hey, Tuppy, thank you. Uh, wait. Okay, I had some. Why haven't these sold? I was gonna save gambling to the last. Somebody. Oh, that's why. Okay. So I got here. We're gonna go here, and we'll go. We'll go 859,999. So I am selling Astro Lockboxes. And maybe I shouldn't buy them because I had ones for 87999 and a person decided to list them under 999 less, so I just listed 20,000 less. Because I don't care. That's you can't be greedy. That's such a high profit right there. So I don't know. I have yet to see one single person talk about this, but check it out. So many of us have spent forever in Avernus. This was a huge moneymaker. I know players who made 20 million, not 2 million, 20 million a day farming this. Ridiculous because they would farm chains, and those chains, everybody trying to make the top 100 were farming the living hell out of it. And the reason I'm here is I want to watch Zone Chat. But I don't actually. Let's go ahead and go
I've had
to.
no disposable AD forever since I put ADX listings at max.
I believe it. So we're gonna
so
go
no
to
ID.
the Wandering. No, the Bleeding Citadel. Yeah, man. If you put all your AD in there, ugh, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Wait, we don't want to come here. Where I haven't been here forever. Is it this side? No. I'm trying to find the guys who sell the. Is it down here? Is it down? No. I'm trying to find the trophy guy because I haven't exchanged trophies in forever. Where is it? Okay, it's there. I was going the wrong way. So the problem is everybody's doing the. Everybody thinks the Avernus gear is made obsolete because of the dragon hunt gear. Here's my thing. I don't know why anybody's doing dragon hunts instead of these. So we come here. What is this? Okay, so if you can get that fragment of phylactery, it drops the rib cage. And the problem is that rib cage is exactly like the one I'm wearing. The only difference is it's 600 item level less. So it's 1250 instead of 1850. Well, I'll tell you 600 item level is nothing. The problem with this is you have to do 50 ancients, 25 adolescents, and 25 juvenile. 100 dragons you have to kill to get this armor. 100 damn dragons. Plus you have to pay all the AD to make it. This is a horrible grind. And I think if you got somebody who will sell you one coal for rib cage, I would do that in a heartbeat. 700k or grind kill 100 ancient dragons. So I don't I don't know if the community is caught on to that, but if I think that this is still a good farm, man, because I don't think there's so many endgame players who are unwilling to do an 100 Ancients. After the second ancient dragon, you're already bored because they're all the exact same things, and it's so overkill having to do 100. It takes tens of hours. I think most people would rather spend 700k to get 600 item level than spend 20, 30 hours getting 600 more item level. So to make AD, I don't know. I'm hoping somebody makes it in the comments below sometime, but this is still a potential good source of AD. And all the gears you can get from here basically can replace all the Dragon Hunt gears. Like, this is just replacing the Grease Rose. These gloves, well, these are MC, not Dragon Hunts. Most people would argue that the lower item level rusted are better than the new Dragon Hunt that removed 30% crit avoidance. I mean, this Avernus is still a decent farm. The problem is I don't know if anybody's farming it. So I'm kind of making a lot of assumptions. I can't say for certain how much these are selling for. There's got to be a market though. But it's just one more way in the game you can farm. And then, you know what I'll do? One sec. I did this the other night. I opened up 200 of these, and I wish I would have caught it on video. Yes, there we go. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to open up 200 of them. I think there's something going on with Gone Packs that nobody knows about. So we are 99% certain there is an internal cooldown on these. Let's see. Do I got any on these tunes? I do. Let me open up my let me make room in my inventory. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open up 200 of them. I'm going to show you something. Hopefully I have decent luck on the stream. Maybe I'll do 300. 300 is around 10 million. So I'm spending a lot of AD. I'm going to say I think these are very wondrous, bizarre. I think these are super underrated right now. I might be talking on my ass though. Wait, we're going to do pack. Sorry. So we're going to do pack, and then we'll start showing up right here. 27,000 each. So if coal wards are selling for 700k, platform specific, 700k, and you divide this by 27,500, if you get one coal ward out of 25 packs, you're breaking even. And that's not including all the other junk in there that sells. Now, my inventory is very clean. I got nothing in here, right? Nothing in here. So we'll know everything that drops is going to be this Gone pack, right? So I'm going to open them on here, and here's the trick. When you open it and you get a coal word, you got to stop immediately. So let's see. Let me write down this number, 812. I think I'm going to go to like, I might do 300 depending on. So let's see if we get a coal word. Let's see if it takes me 80 tries and I look like a jackass live, right? But the other night we did
I got
200.
a Neverwinter Elite pack, but it's barely worth a mil.
Oh yeah, I know, man. Those things they should be worth more. They're not. God, we've already opened 20.
But I have 6 coal motes from the recent Zen sales.
Oh, good for you. I'm gonna have horrible, horrible RNG because I'm doing this live. God, I should have filmed it. Jesus. Watch this. We're already at 40 packs already. Good goodness. Was that Cole? No. Shit. Shit. That's for you, Tub. That's for you, Dex. God dang it. I know I'm doing it live and now I'm not getting them. So I opened up 218 the other night. And we got them. We got 5 cold wards. And look, I'm already at 100. Maybe it's because of the internal cooldown. Was that a Colt? Fuck. This is so ridiculous. This is why we need preview on PS4. This is annoying. Like I feel like I'm being kicked in the crotch right now. This is ridiculous. Was it because I'd already opened them on this tune? Shit. Maybe I'll stop at 150. Go to another tune. I'll just waste 10 million live. There we go. Good God. How many was that? I started at 812, so it took 101. Goodness. So let's go here. That was really bad. I think it's going to be better than that every time. So we're going to go here. So check this out. If we get one every 40 packs or so, you're getting all of this stuff sells. All of it. We got 120 Prez wards, which is like 1.1 million on PS4 prices.
Drop.
Yeah, it was 101, man. We got all these insignias which all sell. All these doohickey gizmos all sell. These two mounts both sell. They're bound, but when you open them, it's an unbound mount. God, that was gut wrenching. Let's go to another tune. Let's see if it's horrible there. God, live, I knew it would happen. Maybe I just had really good RNG. But so players I've talked to are guessing 1 in 30, 1 in 40 is the drop rate for Cold Wars, which means 25k is really low, if that's true. Here, let me just clean up the inventory real quick, guys. Clean it up real quick. Okay, so we go like that, and now we're at 7-Eleven. See how bad this is. Oh, God. Come on, Cole. 7-Eleven, where are we at? Oh, my God. This is only because I'm doing it live. This can be pure shit. This is gut-wrenching. Oh, my God. I can't spam it too fast because I'll miss the code word. This is so bad. Watch me not even get another one. 10 million AD, gone forever. Bye. If anybody was curious if these dropped code words, and like, I told you they were ass for code words. This is this is like, I can't explain how bad this is compared to the other night when I did it.
What is etched
Okay.
apparatus doohickey?
I think it's a vanity pet. Look at another 100, and we haven't gotten one yet. We got a Gond, yay. I don't want the Gond. That used to be the item in this game, right? We've already opened up another 100 almost and didn't get it. Well, shit! I'm not opening anymore because I just wasted 6 million AD. 98, 99 plus the other one. I'm not opening another one. Screw that. That's really horrible. I was going to show you how good the when you factor in all the code words um, and all the other stuff that they're actually a really good value. So the etched doohickey was, I think it was a vanity pet. Yeah, this guy. It's that. Which I never summon them. I don't care. Plus all this garbage, it actually made their price look really very attractive at 25k. I was gonna probably
I
buy the whole
think you
market
missed
up.
mode on the first tune.
I did get one on the first tune. I got it at 101, and I didn't get any on this one. I would have, but I'm not opening more because it's too gut wrenching hearing that. So I got more on my notes, guys. Sorry, I'm going off on a thing. So if anybody noticed, they announced the Magnificent pack is back in the Zen market. Well, the problem is I had a bunch of those Magnificent lock boxes, and I was too lazy to sell them. So, oh yeah, they all sold. I listed them for 20k each. Oh, look at, he will make double what I put. A Dino is a big. So that looks like a lot. I bought those for 15k each though. So really, I got what was that? 20. Why did I list those for one? Shit. Listed those for way too low. So we're gonna go to consumables. I bought them for 15k each. I just sold them for 20k, which after auction on fee is not that much. So they're 70k each. If this event is anything like the past, they will go way, way, way lower. And I bought them all at 15k or less. If not, I don't care. I'm glad I got rid of them. I made a nice profit. I didn't lose anything. But people will buy those packs for the keys and just sell the boxes, right? So if you go here to the Zen market, we don't know. We'll see. We go to keys. They're right there. The magnificent resurgence lock boxes. Um, I have not been seeing the screen light up, so maybe there's a chance people are like screw this lockbox. There's no incentive to spend my Zen on it right now. You can get those out of there. You can get the mounts packs, but you can also get this one. There's gonna be two. There's gonna be the mythic and the legendary. You can't get the legendary one, I don't believe anymore. You can only get this one. This one has the mythic companions, but this one has the Dragonborn race in it. So it's up to you. And that's a and the companion. Ooh, that's down to 1 million. Now that looks very attractive, but typically by the end because Friday isn't here yet, is these will usually get around to 700-800K, and that's when I'll buy. I have no idea if that's going to repeat itself, but keep your eye on those. So the rest, I have more stuff on my list. Gone packs. Okay, so that's all I had for farming AD. Let me go back to my
Hey,
main.
long and boring. How you been?
It is long and boring, AC for. Uh, I agree. I am always willing to share
Scrub.
anything I know about the auction house. Hey, Stormy, anything at all openly with anybody because um, it's if people have to pay cash, a lot of players won't stay in the game. In order for this game to be healthy, we need people. Oh God, I must have my alive. I bet you if I move, I'm dead. Okay, so these Astro lockboxes, they're selling. So let's just do the math on that, okay? So I paid 600K for those. So that was 174K profit after auction house fees. So 174,000 divided by
Love your
600,000.
vids and thoughts as always.
So that's thank you, Seafer. That's a 29% profit after auction house fees. And I know a lot of people would never list something that much lower than everybody. And I'll show you why I do it. There's a couple of reasons why I do it. Um, okay, so I list the Astro Lock boxes at, so you can hear my reasoning. I'm not always right. So this, I did have it at
Best HR best.
879,999. Thanks, Stormy. And I listed it. It got somebody priced lower, so I went down 20K. People are like, why 20K? Well, I'm still getting a 29% profit. That's really good in this current state of the game. I'm not going to argue about 29% of profit. So even though I listed lower by 20K, when you list lower like that, it helps encourage people not to undercut you because they don't want to get into that scenario most of the time. Sometimes they will. And the other thing is, a lot of players know this. I have a shitload of these, and I want to get rid of them. So as long as I'm making anything on them,
Are
I've
you
been
looking
trading
forward
these
to North Dog
for.
mod?
Dude, see if I can't wait. How about you, buddy? Uh, there's another Astro Lockbox coming out real soon, so I would prefer to have these all sold before that comes. If not, oh well. At least I got most of them, and I could sell them all right now for 60K and break even, and I wouldn't care because oh my! When I bought these, a lot of you saw I bought 25,000 of them,
I
and it was
literally drooling.
gut wrenching. Yeah, me too, man. I'm gonna probably not sleep the first 24 hours. I can't wait. But when I got these, it was painful because they
Is
weren't
max
selling.
AD 100 meters or 1 bill?
You can have 100 million per tune, so a tune can have a max of 100 mil, not including whatever AD you have in your mailbox. So the thing is I got these months and months and months ago, and it was gut wrenching because they weren't selling. So I was just sitting on these
Thaumaturge is
useless
going to be
items.
blasting again.
Yeah, that Thaumaturge looks so good right now. I was sitting on a pile of these. Apparently, a lot of people saw that I was sitting on a pile of them and didn't buy a lot, and now they're selling like really high. And maybe I shouldn't sell this much because I've been selling them. Actually, sometimes they're selling for a million for 10. Insane profit margin. But the new mod's next week, and a lot of returning players are coming back who are probably going to want to gear up their tunes. These might skyrocket next week. People are like, why would it skyrocket? There's a new the lockboxes come a week later. Yes, they literally sell this fast. Oh, hey Stormy, thanks, buddy. He's on the stream. He did that just to mess up the stream. But this is cheap. This is the lowest
100
they've been
million
for
is the
weeks.
max Chow shows.
Wait, oh yeah, 859. Yeah, these have been on the market. This is the lowest they've been listed. Well, unless you buy 100. Uh, but the 859 is really low comparatively to what they have been selling for. Oh yeah, what am I getting at? So if you go to
As
calendar, we got the new mod coming November 12th, right? Well, or November 8th. I'm sorry, November 8th. So Tuesday, it's here. Ah, hurry up. November 8th is coming, and then November 17th. So 9 days later is the Astro Lockbox. So why? people would say, why wouldn't you just wait 9 days, get the actual lockbox? Well, I'll
November
tell
8th.
you, me and a lot of people know I know will not wait that 9 days. If we want it now, we'll get it now if the price is right. So, because they want to have their builds done and they want to kill shit. And what if we're doing our CWs and we don't know if they are going to be as good as we're hoping they're going to be? And then they figure out they're overtuned and then they make adjustments. Well, shit, we missed that window of having fun with them. So we want to be as strong as we can immediately. So I know these are coming out November 17th. The players who have AD know they're coming out for November 17th, but they don't want to wait till November 17th. That's my guess, anyways. Um, what else do I got in here? Oh, so the 100k AD you can get a day. It will get you nowhere in the game. Uh, Farming will get you massive amounts of AD if you farm the big events, like the summer festival. Right, was a huge event. I showed it. Everybody called me, said I was talking on my ass until the end, and they go, "Holy shit!" And a lot of people confirmed it because they did the exact same thing because I told them they should do it, and they joined me, and they made a killing doing it as well. Players that told me about it are still selling their influence for 4 cohorts a stack. It is beautiful, and they're selling now, and they're probably going to actually go up as the further we get away from the summer festival. Alts are massive money. A lot of players I know are finally getting to it because we had so
Seal
much
of
free
Alive is
time.
being removed.
It is. I heard that from Aragon today. It was a great video. I learned a lot from it. Thank you, Seefer. I'll reiterate what Seefer just said and what Aragon said. The Seal of the Wild is being removed, so spend them before Tuesday, because when the new mod comes, they'll be gone forever. I believe it was Seal of the Wild. And so farming. Okay, sorry, I will not let anybody interrupt me. 100k AD a day. Yes, that will help you out where you're getting when you're starting, but that will not get you to end game unless you start spending cash. The other way is farming, and farming can make big AD. Big AD. But what do you do once you have that big AD and your character's maxed out? Then you start gambling. And I did a little gamble with the Crotus shirts at the beginning of the videos. But the gambling events, this is a perfect time to gamble right now. With this magnificent resurgent lockbox, there are some great companions in this lockbox. I'll show you. The magnificent. Oh god, I'll show you right now. This is gonna be too funny. You guys are gonna laugh your ass off. Watch this. This is a million, right? Let me open this. I'm gonna show you. So that was a million. Watch this. This is what this is. This is better than farming because farming takes energy and time, right? This is where the real fun starts. But this is you have to have a stomach for it. Oh shit, the pseudo dragon too. Forgot the pseudo was in there. So we're gonna go like this, right? So we're gonna go polar bear. And you guys saw the green one was a million. So what's the purple one? So let's go polar bear. So the purple one is 1.7 million. Now I don't care. I will gladly do this for just a measly 100k. So I'll list this. And if it sells tonight while I'm
They are
sleeping, I
alleging
wake
the
up,
Astral Lockbox
I'll
doesn't
get
require a
back
key.
70. Yeah, I know it doesn't take a key. So this would be 130. So this would be 1.2, 1.1. So it'd be 170k if it sells at this price. Profit after auction house fees. Uh, yeah, that's a great gamble. The worst that's going to happen is I don't see this going much lower, and this will induce people to buy. Even though I've made multiple videos say look in the packs. So what I was saying about gambling, this is a great time to gamble because these historically have never gone. Everything in here that's of value has always held its value. Now the Minsk is only like a 680k right now, so that probably not so much. But this one has the Manticore, the Stalwart Lion. So we're gonna go Lion, and you'll see in a second. It's probably gonna be like 1.3.
I
So
used
the
to do
lion's in there,
Icebounds and artifact packs, but I got
and
real
then the
competitive.
other one in there is. So we got the pseudo dragon. Uh, Wait, Grung. I forgot what Grung does. What does Grung do? Why is that so high? Poison. Now the thing about that poison is it did proc Bandit Air, believe it or not. It wasn't actually had a use, but it still wasn't worth it. Magnificent. So the only thing is, so it's got the Tame Velociraptor, the best companion, the Tame Velociraptor is the most powerful companion power in the game. Stronger than Batiri. Stronger than the Dragon Hunter. It is the most powerful in the game. The problem is everybody has to use it. So it's got the Raptor, Stalwart Lion, Pseudo Dragon, Polar Bear, and the Owlbear. Rest in peace, Owlbear. It has slowly been going down as people are realizing that augments are not as. Mm, yeah, they were over 1 million not too long ago. Yes, 10 minutes, babe. Yep, okay. Uh, so that's a gamble. And then, yep, I'll be out in just a second. Oh, you lost your
Lacquered is strongest,
tooth!
but Moon uses it in
All
5-man.
right. 5 man, I disagree, Chow Chow. I have a feeling I will not run with the group. When the new reworked Temple of Spire comes out, there will not be a single person that I'm running with who is not using it, to include the tank and healer. Everybody will be using it in the groups I'm in, whether I'm hosting or not hosting. Okay, sorry. So, and this actually has a good one. So this has the Termish Lion. Oh god, I made so much off this Termish Lion. This Termish Lion, 80k. So here's the deal. My build for Mod 24 still uses the Termish Lion, even though Band of Air does not proc it off of it. Because in my Mod 24 Striker build, I have too many stats. I cannot use the mount stats because they're all wasted unless I put them in defense. Or I can use something like Providence or the Termish Lion bonus. So I'm still using the Termish Lion. To me, it is still best in slot in a fully built endgame tune in Mod 24. We'll see how other, and that's on an HR who gets no
I'm
stats.
moving to a
When I
different state
build,
after spending 17 years in
hey,
same class
congrats, Seafer.
role.
When I made a CW build 2 days ago, God, they have so many stats. I don't see how a Terminus line will not be best in slot for CW. They are just pouring stats on CWs and Guardian Fighters and Scourge Warlocks. There's no reason. I don't see how the Terminus line will not be best in slot for those classes if it's best in slot for an HR. Could be wrong though. So we're talking about gambling. So this is a gambling time. When this lockbox comes out, people buy these lockboxes and they sell them and they want to make quick AD. And they'll keep selling them and they're going to list them at the lowest prices generally. So if you keep watching for companions and looking at the magnificent lockbox, you will.
Dragon's new mount R is
I'll
gone,
get that
Lisa.
one too. I shouldn't buy it though because it will probably go lower, more than likely. But the mounts you really want to keep an eye on because these will go lower. They will start undercutting each other. And if you look at this, it has the cat in there, right? And this pack is 3.1 million. 31.1 million. And you look at the cat, and I'm
Gorgas,
thinking it's
his woman
selling
is stealing
for.
him away from us.
If you look at the. Oh, we're in companions. Oh, poop. And it's 4 million. So even if you bought the cat and sold it at 3.8 million, and you bought it for 3.1, you're making like a quick 4 or 500k. The problem is I would do it now, but every time I make a video doing that, it spreads like wildfire. So and also the reason why this is risky is because there's a couple reasons why. I'm not using any of these companions in my build anymore. I don't even use the cat in my build. I think most endgame full built classes are going to 3 damage companions. You may be able to put the cat in your actually you probably should put your cat in your utility if you don't have an HR in there. But generally speaking, these companions are becoming less and less usable um, as the state of the game's changing. But this is a profit right here. That's gambling. So I saw this the other day in Zone Chat. They were selling. Oh wait, They were selling, what was it? The water. I think it was epic quality, and it was the symbol of water. They're like selling symbol of water, 450K in the auction house. Well, actually, it's 550K now.
Do you
It's
use the
not worth
Winter Fox
four.
from
It's
Winter
not worth
Food
550.
Companion?
Do you use Winter Fox Companion? I don't. That's an augment
Plus,
Cipher. I
what's
don't
your
use it.
opinion on Lich bonus on non-damage slots?
Lich is for tanks, if I'm not mistaken, correct? So we're gonna go magnificent. Oh, we're in equipment. So that said 700, but it's in here, symbol of water, right? It's 175K. Guys, if you're buying any artifacts, look in here first. The problem with these artifacts is I'm gonna argue that except for I'm gonna list
Symbol
them
of
all
Water
right
is a
now.
nice active artifact for tanks.
Symbol
Not
water,
worth 400 lol.
maybe. I don't know Tumnus, because every tank I know uses a debuff. Maybe. The only artifacts in here that are endgame worthy is the music box. I'm not even gonna say wyvern covered knives anymore because it doesn't stack with the new blades. So we're gonna go music box, some builds, because that still is the best in slot set for some builds and some content. Heart of the Black Dragon. Okay, that's it. Heart of the Black Dragon.
Family
Unless
versus
you're
fight
running
too expensive
three
and ridiculous
three
amount.
dragon sets for the 10% reduction speed, the dragons are the only useful artifacts in this entire pack anymore. 4 million is too expensive, Cipher. You should have seen what they used to be. They used to be 16 million. So I don't. 4 million seems cheap to me at the current price compared to what it used to be. I would argue that this is almost a completely useless set anymore. 600 item level are gone unless it's for a very specific reason, i.e., debuff, the three journals, the three Heart of the Black Dragons. The music box set is still a really good set. But I don't know. Please comment below if I'm wrong. I could be. Oh yeah, we were talking about gambling. So the Gond, you guys have seen me buy a lot of those wondrous Gond packs. They're going up already. They're almost 30K each. 27,500, but people are still buying them. They're going up.
Symbol of
The
Water during E-campaigns was 2 meters.
Yeah, it was great. The Astro Lockboxes, goodness, I can't explain how much money I've made off of those every single time. But I don't know if it's a good one anymore. But why am I getting to gambling? That could be. I could do an episode of my 10 biggest gambles, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to recap. So I covered the 100K AD. You're not going to get anywhere. You have to farm. I covered multiple places in the game that you can farm. Aragon did a mod 24 farm. I did not make this in response to it. I believe it or not, I had this planned. What a coincidence. As you can see, mod 24 is not looking sexy for AD farming. So a lot of these AD farms I'm showing are what people are going to be doing to make big AD. Uh, I showed where to farm those. Then I
Afterwards, or
explained
the best
alts.
guess.
You get the elixirs, you get the gold, you get the invocation. I'm making over, I'm going to say close to 600, I'm sorry, 600, 3,000 gold a day, 2,500 to 3,000 gold a day. Less than an hour is so amazing. Uh, but I'm not using any of it or selling of it. I'm saving it for the next Gone event. And then I talked a little bit about gambling. The problem with gambling you should only be doing if you're fully maxed out and you have a ton of AD and you have nothing else to do with it. You should always have AD in the Zen backlog, no matter what. And you should always have AD ready to buy more Zen as soon as your order comes through, because this is guaranteed profit on PS4 and Xbox. Now, what I'm hearing is because the Xbox wait is like 3 weeks, that everything you buy with Zen isn't really selling because Zen is so common. So on PS4 and Xbox, I'm sorry, PS4 and PC, anything you buy with Zen has a premium, which means you can sell for an instant profit. Uh, Not so much on Xbox. Xbox, what I just recommend is anything if you get Zen, just keep your Zen. wait till a big sale and then spend it. You know, like the the co-word packs or Black Friday or something like that. But Zen on PS4 and PC is a guaranteed profit. It's almost double. However much you buy with your AD, you put in, you're gonna get double your AD back. The problem is you have to wait months and months for it. Uh, that's not even a gamble. That's an automatic. Hey, appreciate everybody joining. I didn't mean to do a stream, but I had to because I knew this video would be way too long. And sorry if I missed anything. I undoubtedly did. Stay class, Neverwinter. See you soon.